Hey everyone, Willie Miranda with Miranda Real Estate Group, and I'm here with Bobbie Belber.
Hi everyone.
And we're here to give you a first quarter market update at Vanderbilt Lakes. And there's a lot of activity that's going on and some information that you guys need to be aware of. But Bobbie, I know we talked about it. You live in the community.
I do. It's a great community. It's a nice mixture of single family homes and condos, and it's great for everybody, and it's so close to the beach. It's about 1.5 miles from the beach, and it makes it perfect place, halfway between Fort Myers, halfway between Naples, and it's just a great neighborhood to live in.
Well, I always say, what better of a person to sell these condos and townhouses and single family homes here than someone that lives in the community yourself. So why don't we start off with condos? Because I know the condo market, we hear a lot of buzz in the news about what's going on in the condo market, and they have taken a pretty big hit year over year from last year. But maybe go over what's the recent first quarter updates for condos.
Sure, there's some changes since last year. Right now we have 8 active condo sales for sale between all of the communities that we have. We actually have 3 different condo communities in Vanderbilt Lakes. We have 8 active condos currently. 3 have sold in the first quarter, and we have 3 pending right now as well.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. I mean, you have some that are pending, so that's good. Because sometimes you talk, and we'll talk about single family, sometimes you see some active and some closed, but nothing pending, which means that nothing's been going on in contract over the last few weeks. So that's really good. Talk to us about days on market, because I know that's something that, a couple years ago, things would sell in, a day, right? 7 days, and the market was hot. Where are we at now with days on market?
So right now, days on market for the condos are about 154 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
And average sales price, I know also has taken a little bit of a crunch. And I know that the average list to sales ratio, just looking at some of the charts here, 85%. So what does that mean? That means that whatever you list it at, they're usually selling at about 85% of that list price, which I thought that we had looked at some different numbers before in the low 300s, but actually they're selling in the 280 is where they're going. So they're starting in the low 300s, but ended up selling in the 280 range. But days on market, what I found, Bobbie, is that a lot of times some sellers, the reason why it's so high is because they started too high. Right, and I know that you do a great job with pricing strategies and kind of watching the market. You watch the market every day. We talk about it all the time.
I do. I watch it every day, and it's so fluid from day to day. You really need to kind of know where you want to list your home for and how to market it, and that's why I'm here to help do that.
Absolutely, and sometimes pricing is key, because if you don't price it right, a lot of times you're helping others sell their properties if you price it too high. All right, so that's the condo market. Let's talk about the single family homes.
So right now, the single family homes in Vanderbilt Lakes, we have 7 active listings, 7 that have closed in the first quarter, none that are pending at the moment.
And days on market on those?
About 148
Yeah,
average.
so it's about the same as the condo side.
Yeah, the condos and the single family homes are pretty much on the market the same amount of time.
Now, with single family homes, I know the prices are a little bit higher for you there. Where are you looking at that in the sales, the ratio?
So the average sold price is $794,000 for the single family homes, and that's about 89% list to sale ratio for the homes. Still, they're still being sold for a little bit less than what they're listed for, but 89%, a little bit better than what the condos are selling for.
Okay. All right. So, a lot of times we'll get information from sellers to say, what is it going to take to get our home sold? And I usually point out 3 different things. First one is condition. It's got to show in great condition, right, Bob? We talk about that all the time. I know you do a great job with staging, walking into the home, and making sure that it shows in its best light when putting it on the market. The second is marketing. We do an awesome job with marketing. And I know, Bobbie, we had talked about this before, but on your single family homes, you have this package that you've been sending out. Maybe you could talk a little bit about what you're doing for those.
I do. So for the single family homes, we offer a vast marketing package for them. One of them is this brochure that we have put together, and it will not only reach the local people, but statewide, global. It's a huge marketing tool that we use, and really advantageous to the seller. It gets the word out there.
It is true. And 97% of buyers go online before they even talk to an agent, right? So by going on here, we have the Wall Street Journal, the Barron's Report, Robb Report. I mean, there's so many different, like you said, national and global publications that it goes on to online that it really gives you massive exposure versus most agents just putting it on the local MLS. You actually do a great job with that and putting it out there. So that's the marketing side. Then the third piece is price and a pricing strategy. And I know that that's something that, again, like Bobbie just said, taking a look what you have, looking at the comparables out there, but also looking at the market to see what the market bears in today's market. And a lot of things going on right now in the marketplace with interest rates. You got the tariffs going on that we just, had this past week. The market's going up and down. So consumer confidence has been really, really shifting over the last couple of weeks. But anything you want to add to that?
Just that you really need to price your home right from the beginning. You don't want to price it too high because it's going to be on the market a little bit too long, and you're going to end up dropping the price anyway. You want to be at that sweet spot where you are bringing enough attention in, enough buyers in, where you start to have a little competition for your home.
Yeah, that's a great point. Great point. And I know, Bobbie, one of the things that you do, not only do you meet with the sellers directly, but you also give them some ideas on what to do to get it on the market, but more importantly, what not to do to get it sold. Because a lot of times they want to make all these changes and they're not going to get it back.
No, they're not going to get it back. A lot of times it's just a lot of sprucing, a lot of maintenance, here and there. You don't want to go out and replace your kitchen, replace your bathroom. You really don't want to do that because, again, your rate of return on investment, you're not going to get that money back.
True.
So you want to be just very thoughtful, and that's part of what I do is I can help show you where to put your money. And if you want to spend money to spruce it up a little bit, I can show you exactly where to go to get the best price for your home.
That's awesome. All right, so if someone was looking to sell in Vanderbilt Lakes, how would they get a hold of you?
They can either call me at area code 239-287-6965, or my website is bobbie239homes.com. My email is bobbie239homes@gmail.com.
All right, so if you're looking to sell a home in Vanderbilt Lakes, give Bobbie a call and start packing.
Hope to see you soon.